Hey girls, okay, I am fatally flawed. And Michelle, you have totally called me out on this like time and time again, and it's that I have a problem with perfectionism or something. I don't know what the fuck is in my way, but something is, because every time I like look at the module and I go through it, there's like something I want to take in or put in or take out, and then I zone out and then I stress out and whatever, and I just decided, screw it. I can't do this anymore because you guys are waiting for it, and I can't get over this like weird hump about the module not being the exact way I want it. So instead, I have decided that I would prefer just to be able to talk to you instead and then give you what I know needs to happen next in this process. So here it is. So, okay. Basically, in the first module, you had the homework of coming up with a whole bunch of different things that you had done with a kid, things that you found embarrassing, all of that kind of random stuff. So we're going to start using some of that stuff from the first module, the homework part of the first module. The second module was really about making sure that you know how to stir your chakras, and you guys have now also done, both of you have found out what your theme is, your life theme is, and know how to stir your chakras. So now the next thing is to come up with two different plans. One is a daily ritual plan, and the other one is an emergency plan. And the daily ritual, it's probably the one that people have the hardest time with in general, because if we forget a day, we like beat ourselves up about it, and I don't want you to do that. So I really want your daily ritual to just be something small to start with, and then you can add to it as you want to. So if the something small is to sit quietly and meditate for 5 minutes, then do that. Me personally, although I would love to sit and meditate for 4 hours, my life just doesn't bend that way. So I have a morning sacred ritual where I put on about 3 different songs, and I meditate to one of them, I stretch to one of them, and I just listen to the other one. I think it goes in the other order though, where I start by listening, then I meditate, and then I stretch and or dance to that third one. But it's just 3 different songs, and it's just what I do while I'm actually in bed. And during the one that I am just listening to is when I stir my chakras, then I lie there and I meditate, and then I get out of bed and I either dance or I stretch or just something. And it's very small. It's not like this big to do. Whenever I have time to fit in an actual hour of yoga, I do, but that's not part of my daily ritual. It's like an added bonus 2 to 3 times a week. So, but usually like that daily one just happens in my bed before I even get up, and it's about 15 minutes, and it's not like this planned out thing that interferes where I have to make time for it. I try to just put it in there as easily as possible. So however it is that you guys want to do it, whether it's at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, just something where it's small, make it minute, so it's not hard, and so that it's not so hard that if you if it's not so much that if you miss it, you beat yourself up for it. That's the first thing. The second thing is the emergency plan. I will put into this group what my list is. But here's the thing, is that now that you guys know your life themes and you're kind of more present to the stirring and everything, and you understand that, then typically you can kind of feel what I call the doghouse coming on. The doghouse can be something that somebody else puts you in or something that you put yourself in. And what I mean by that is, if somebody's mad at you, then it's that feeling of, I fucked up, I'm in the doghouse. Or if you're mad at you, then I fucked up, I'm in the doghouse. Or if the energy is just off for the day, then it's like, I'm fucked up, I'm in the doghouse. So it's just getting present to that feeling of something just feels off. And when I have that feeling, I actually invite myself into the doghouse. So I visualize myself being like, okay, I'm in this shit house right now. Like, it is a literal shit house, and I am, instead of trying to avoid it or trying to pretend like I'm not in it or trying to defend it or whatever, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm going into it. So how do I do this? I personally take a drive, or I tell my kids I'm on sensory overload and I go into my room. And from there, I have like an entry song to it. So my entry song is something that usually gets me kind of just mentally prepared. So my entry song is usually either The Sound of Silence, or it's actually a Metallica song that's like, it's okay to be with the dark side of me. So what's the Sandman song, Enter the Sandman, you know, where it goes exit light. That's like my entry song, because it's like, I'm gonna go to the dark side of me right now, find out what's going on, and deal with it. So I have an entry song, and then after that is kind of like my cry it all out songs. So that's like a lot of Sarah McLachlan or Nora Jones or something like that, for me to just cry it out, or else guided meditations where it's about me having permission to just cry and release. And then I usually meditate for a couple minutes. I focus on my breathing, and until I start feeling just kind of whole and complete with knowing my darker side. So I go in there and that's when I ask questions and all that kind of stuff. This is, again, my emergency plan. So my daily thing usually keeps me going at a pretty good pace if I keep up with it, but every now and then I need that emergency plan. So I play my entry song. I do the couple of things like the chakra stirring. When I get in there, I fall to my knees. If I need to cry, I make sure I get on the floor and get as grounded as I can, because anytime you get grounded is when it'll bring on the heavy emotions. I cry. That's when I write or journal, go on walks maybe, but basically it's like, this is what I'm going to do when I know I'm hitting a wall. And the two things that are an absolute must are the entry song and the exit song. The tools, once I'm in the doghouse, can change, right? Like someday I'm using a hammer and I'm stirring my chakras. The next time I'm using a screwdriver and I'm going for a walk. So the tools change once I'm in there, but the entry song is like, I'm going in, all right? The exit song is typically a gratitude song. So I have like Alanis Morissette's Thank You. That is one of my exit songs. That, or there is The Sweetest Thing by U2. That's an exit song. But it is some sort of gratitude song. A lot of Katy Perry songs are gratitude songs for me, or like, you know, I'm strong and I'm gonna roar and I'm a firework, whatever, like those songs that she has. But I usually try to have at least a set, you know, my two entry songs would be Sound of Silence and the Metallica, and then my exit songs are usually like a Katy Perry song, the Alanis Morissette song, or the YouTube song. So it's a couple of different ones, just depending on my mood. But I at least have those set. And then on the inside, it would be write down the different tools that you like, that are your favorite tools, whether it is go for a walk, go for a swim, stretch, do yoga, meditate, you know, whatever, so that when you go into that doghouse, you can pick 2 to 3 tools to utilize and then play your exit song. Because the point is to go into the doghouse and turn it into a mansion, so that you're not afraid to go to the doghouse anymore, and so that you actually look forward to going to the doghouse. Because when you can come up with a ritual that doesn't make you feel like shit, it actually is a ritual that helps let you know you're going to dump your shit, then that's when the doghouse now becomes fun. It becomes something you look forward to, because you know that coming out of it, you're going to be built stronger. And that's really what I mean when I say going from your doghouse to a mansion. So this week, between, what is today? Today's Wednesday. From this Wednesday to next Wednesday, I want you guys to watch this video, and I want you to write down your 2 plans inside of the Path to Peace. So at least give me maybe what you're going to do for a small ritual, whether it's 3 songs, whether it's that you're going to take a bath every day or whatever, that like is a daily ritual that's very small. It's not, don't stress yourself out with this, okay? So just find something that's very small and let me know what that daily ritual is going to be that you're going to make a sacred time for you, even if it's only 5 minutes, okay? Even if it's only 5 minutes of it being sacred, it's sacred to you. And then I want you to write down what your emergency plan is so that I and you guys for each other can support it. I want you to give me what song you're going to listen to when you know you feel off, okay? And then 3 tools you're going to utilize, whether it is the chakras, going for a walk, listening to additional music, writing, dancing, whatever it is. Just make sure that you're going into it with the plan of releasing and then building back up from there. And so it needs to have an entry song, a couple of tools, and then an exit song. All right? Because the biggest thing that we have to do is we have to get your body on board. Your mind can't change. Like the belief, the mindset, the belief of things changing can't change until your body's on board with it also. So it's really important that we actually have this emergency plan that our body learns to love. All right? And a couple of the easiest things to throw in there for tools that your body will love is maybe you listen to your entry song and then you go do something kind for a stranger. Maybe you listen to your entry song and you embarrass yourself in some sort of stupid, silly way just so that you get used to what vulnerability feels like. Maybe your entry song is something and then you go work out at the gym. Okay? But again, this tool doesn't have to be like an hour-long tool. It can be about 15 minutes. We just have to know that it's okay to enter, and we have to have that song that lets us know, okay, body, we're going to enter, and I'm going to give you the time and space you need to collect yourself and to feel whatever is off, and I'm going to listen to you here. This is my time where I'm going to listen to you. And then we have an exit song where it's like, okay, body, thanks for talking to me. Let's dump all of this shit and let's dance our way on out of this doghouse. Okay? Let's dance our way out of this mansion. That's what I meant. If you have questions, write them down. And I will get back to them. I'm probably going to do my best to do videos because then I can now watch the videos and then be like, okay, what did I take out of the course that I can take out, or what did I put in? Because I get stuck, guys. I get really stuck in front of that computer going, oh, do I need to add something else or not? And I don't right now. I need you guys to know this. And if you have questions, let me know. Okay? You will end up getting a module still. It's just, I got to stop getting stuck. That's my own, you know what that is. All right. I love you guys.